So there's a quick one about a husband who is now, rightfully so, kicking his wife to the curb after finding out that she's been cheating on him for like a year and a half. However, he found out about this upon also finding out that she has been diagnosed with cancer. And at first, he was the loyal, good husband. I'm going to stand by her and do everything I can with her, blah, blah, blah. And then finds out that she was cheating, and even then was still going to stand by her, which he shouldn't have, but he was going to. But then when he found out the real extent of everything, he's done with her, regardless if she has a diagnosis or not. And I'm very going to go over here, guys, to show you that this type of thing happens, and you have to handle things and take care of yourself. But this guy was, as you're going to see in this thing, such the classic nice guy. It's really sad when good guys that try to be good husbands are treated like this. Title: Would you leave if you were in my shoes? And a shout out to Juan for sending me the story. It says, my wife of 20 years has recently been diagnosed with breast cancer. There was a delay in her telling me she had the results by around 3 weeks. Initially claiming she went with a friend and didn't know how to tell me. 3 weeks she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She didn't tell her husband. Now, I get that you find out. I can imagine finding something horrible like this out, and you take a little time to process things, but 3 weeks? Now listen to this. It transpires that she had an affair for 18 months and took her boyfriend to the appointment. She took the boyfriend to the appointment, but not the husband? He and her have been discussing things, and he has since ditched her at some point over the last week as he couldn't handle it. Well, that's how Chad and Tyrone operate. When things get real, they're out of there. Chad and Tyrone aren't going to stay and take care of the girl they're sleeping with when she gets diagnosed with some terminal thing or whatever. She has told me and apologized. She only told you because he left her. After posting on another sub, I'm aware of how many men leave after a cancer diagnosis, and I love her. She needs all the support to fight this, and I don't want to be the second man to turn his back on her in 2 weeks. Smack! Mr. Nice Guy here. She's cheated on you for 18 months, and the only reason she's there with you crying and carrying on is because he left her. Who cares? She obviously has a family. I mean, sadly, this nice guy behavior probably got you where you are with her. She gets anxious and stressed in the middle of the night and often just needs a hug to reassure her. I worry she will spiral and deteriorate if I'm not there. I get this guy's been with her for 20 years and he's just finding this out now, and it's a whole whirlwind of emotions, but God almighty. Update. He says, so, we spent most of the last night talking, and I wanted to explore a lot about cheating, probably out of dumb curiosity. Apparently it was nothing to do with me, dumb mistake, clearly a very long mistake, and she was sorry, etc. Is he saying what I think he's saying, that she was saying, it wasn't you, it was me? No, when a woman says to a guy, for whatever reason she breaks up with him or cheats on him, it's not you, it's me, bullshit. It's all about you. Because if the guy was doing it for her on that level, believe me, she wouldn't be out there cheating. Yeah, and by the way, she's so sorry. We had wanted children, and when I initially found out about the cancer, I had said about fertility and egg storage. Please note, I'm not especially interested anymore. It transpired she had been seeing fertility prior to the diagnosis with him, and they had 3 miscarriages despite actively trying. I am heartbroken by this. I always wanted kids. I stopped the conversation and went to think. So they were actually trying to have children during this whole thing. You got to be kidding me. I have to admit, I went through her phone as she slept that night, and I saw everything, all the plans they had, and when they were planning to leave, and so on. I also found her Tinder. In the last week, up to yesterday, she was messaging guys and flirting. So even though she now has the diagnosis, he's been helping her, she's still secretly behind the scenes on Tinder talking to other guys. I mean, remember her, it's not you, it's me type of thing? This woman is terrible. And she was planning to have kids with the other guy. Turns out she wanted pretty much anyone but me. Not even Plan B, more like Plan Z. I have left. Thank God for that, bro. I walked out of the house and I'm going to a lawyer on Monday. The house is mine and she has her parents to go to, and she will need to get out. My charity has ended, and maybe in a few months I can be a friend, but I'm never going near her romantically. Well, good, but I wouldn't even be her friend, and you're going to see in a moment he's going to really realize. But there you go, guys. Look at all these things this guy's done for her, and has done and is doing, and she's still treating this guy like he said, Plan Z. But that's how I operate. Now, he has some comments on responses I'm going to read here. He says, thank you. I feel betrayed, but my main emotion is anger now. I'm furious at me mainly for believing her. Bro, you wanted to believe her. You didn't want to a lot of guys like to blame themselves because it's easier to say it's something I'm doing wrong versus having to accept that their perfect little angel who they think is so amazing is actually the little devil. As looking back, I was so blind. So many excuses that I ignored. I would always say the words, I love you, and she would smile and say, ditto. But I can't remember the last time she said it, I think. What is this, Ghost? That ditto line only worked in Ghost when that movie came out, like, God, 30-some years ago, whatever that was. I don't think anyone who does what she did can love someone, and she sure as hell doesn't deserve me. No, dude, she doesn't deserve you. You're a good guy. You need tremendous amount of work on yourself when it comes to women, and obviously being too generous and obviously blind and too good to her. But still, you're a good person, and with work, you're going to be a great person, but you need work. She doesn't deserve you. I've had more love from Red than I've had from her in quite some time. Yeah, obviously she hasn't shown him at all. Through her actions, she loves this guy for years, and he's stuck around. I haven't answered any of her messages or her parents as of yet, and to be honest, I don't plan to. Why should you? Let all the discussions go with the lawyers at this point. I'm done with her, and the more I think about it, the more she can go to hell. Karma's rough. Anyway, she gets this cancer after cheating on this good guy after all these years. Karma's a bitch. The only thing I'm regretting is pouring so many years into a cheater, a liar, and a nutcase. Well, bro, what's done is done. You can't change the past. But you know what? I'm guessing you're probably in your 40s or so you still have plenty of years life to fix things and start again and have a great, happy life. Weirdly, if it wasn't for the cancer, I don't know how long it would have gone on for. Maybe until she and him had found a place and got pregnant. She professed to be sorry and carries on swiping for her next choice. I might have low self-esteem, but I'm worth more than what she values of me. I am done. I'd rather be alone than with someone who has such disdain for me. There you go. And that is the thing all guys need to be able to get to in their lives. Guys, you need to reach a point that you can be perfectly happy alone. And until you reach that point, guys that can't be happy on their own, doing what they like to do, their own hobbies and interests and all that, oftentimes guys are going to settle for the wrong people in their lives. The wrong friends, the wrong girlfriends, wrong wives, all that type of thing. You know, you got to be very content being alone. And until you reach that point, yeah, it's going to be a problem. But look, he's made his mistakes, but you know what? At the end of the day, while he made mistakes, she's the giant a-hole. And guess what? She is somebody else's problem. At this point, I have nothing to do with her. I wouldn't talk to her. I would let all the lawyers work things out going forward. The only communication, if you have to communicate, it's through something that's traceable, like email or text that can be recorded. I will not meet face to face. And by the way, dude, she is going to bombard you with all the I'm sorry's and crying and tears and everything. Take me back, take me back. Don't do it. You can start over, take it one day at a time, join a gym, get some exercise, take care of yourself, eat healthy, spend time with people that care about you, and over time, you'll get better. But 20 years is no small thing. It's going to take you time to get past her. But she'll be back. Don't fall for her crap. Good luck.